Hi campers! This is Catherine Sebastian. I am a silver leader on the Well Family team and I am so excited that you guys are here. Thank you for participating in our oil camp. We are so thrilled that you're here, that you are participating, that you're showing up for yourself, learning how to use these oils, kind of shifting your lifestyle to a more natural approach. Kudos to you guys. I'm so glad you're here. And I can't wait for you guys to grow in your love for essential oils. The oil that I want to share with you today is an all-time favorite of mine, is lavender. And oddly enough, I signed up for lavender because this was my very first doTERRA experience. I remember very vividly, I was at a friend's house. We were having a play date. She had 3 kids, I have 2 kids. Our kids at the time, I think mine were 2 and 4. So our kids were playing, having a great time, and my son, who should always be wearing a football helmet, catches the center of the column that was separating her kitchen and living room, smacked it straight in the middle of his forehead, the corner of it. So of course he's got this big huge gash on his head. There's this goose egg that's starting to grow. He is freaking out. I'm freaking out. And my friend says, do you want me to put some lavender oil on his head? I'm like, okay, you're a little crazy. If you want to rub some oil on it, go for it. I was going to ask you for some ibuprofen, but if lavender makes you feel better, by all means, put some lavender on it. And she did. She took her bottle of doTERRA lavender, kind of just inverted, opened the cap, inverted, had just enough on her finger to wipe right on his forehead and on his temples. And y'all, I kid you not, within 30 seconds, he had stopped screaming bloody murder, and the goose egg that was visibly rising on his head was no longer growing in size. Just like that. And I'm like, you need to tell me more about these essential oils that you've been holding out on me. So the rest is history. She told me about doTERRA. She told me about using essential oils in her life, and I hit the ground running. Lavender was the very first oil that I bought through doTERRA, and now I have a complete collection of oils and I use them for everything. They are my basic first aid kit. They are my cleaning products. They are my emotional well-being. It has come full force from just one bottle of lavender to now that's what we grab when we're in need. So I am so excited to talk to you today about lavender. Lavender is all things calming. Not only is this for emotional support, but for physical support as well. For emotional support, it is super great for anxiety. It is really supportive for sleep issues and teeth grinding. So you can invert your bottle and put a little bit on your jaw just to help relieve and calm that tension in the jaw. So really good for sleep, jaw. It's also really good for upset babies. Super calming for babies. Take just a little bit, invert it on your finger. You can mix it with some coconut oil too to give it some staying power. Massage it on the bottom of their feet, along their spine. Really calming for little ones. It's really great for temper tantrums as well for kids. Mamas, can I get a yes? Stick it in the diffuser and diffuse it after school. It's really great for emotional well-being for everybody. Mamas, dads, kids, babies. Everybody needs a little calming, right? So let's bring in the lavender. So all things calming for emotional support. It's also really good for sleep if you want to put a little bit on your hand and then rub it on your pillow. And that way you kind of have a personal diffuser right there at your nose. Super great like that. It is also really good for the skin, so calming for the skin. So back to my story about my son, it calmed his emotions, so he wasn't screaming bloody murder, but also it made a physical difference in his skin healing. And lavender is great for calming the skin. So this is anytime we have redness or irritation of the skin, we pull out the lavender. Ant bites, any type of bug bite that's raised and itchy, mosquito bites, lavender is our go-to. Sunburn in the summertime, you guys, I can't say enough about lavender and sunburn. Like, I have significantly burnt my skin. A friend of mine and I went to Key West last January, so a year ago, January. Y'all, when you're really close to the equator, the sun does a number on your skin, and when you're freckled and redhead like me, it doubles that. So I got really burnt in Key West a year ago, and I put lavender. I would put a little bit, like a quarter-size amount of fractionated coconut oil, so just a dollop where you create like a pool in your hand of coconut oil, a couple drops of lavender. Take that and rub it together and rub it wherever you are sunburned. I did that every hour, 30 minutes to every 2 hours, depending on where we were and what we were doing. And I woke up the next morning and it was significantly better. So I cannot say enough about the healing power of lavender with skin irritation and skin issues. It's also really good for kitchen burns. So if you misjudge where the oven door is, and while you're sliding your pan in or out and you graze the oven, grab your lavender, put your lavender right on there, and it really cuts the burn and decreases the healing time for that. Super great. It's also really good for pink eye. Again, just invert your bottle. And you don't want to put essential oils inside your eye, but if you paint a line around your eye, so following your eyebrow, and then under your eye here, it's really great for taking care of pink eye that way. You can also put lavender, if you're using lavender in little ones, you can make a roller bottle. So you can buy empty roller bottles from Amazon or another oil accessory supply company. Fill your roller bottle with fractionated coconut oil or a carrier oil of your choice, and add, depending on the age of the kids, between 10 and 20 drops of your lavender inside your roller. Invert it a couple times and use it that way. So you already have it pre-diluted, ready to go. And that way you can just do your roller around the eye. doTERRA already has a pre-diluted lavender roller. It's the doTERRA Touch. The entire doTERRA Touch line is pre-diluted with fractionated coconut oil, so it's ready to use on senior citizen or kid skin. So if you're a little more sensitive to oils, you can use it pre-diluted that way. What else did we miss? It's really good for blisters. So after wearing the wrong pair of shoes out, you've got really painful blisters. Lavender is the perfect thing for that. Lavender is also really good for headaches and migraines. Again, taking your oil, and you can put it on your temples, and then painting a line around the crown of your head, and then right at the base of your skull. Super great for all things head tension. Also really good for sinus congestion. Again, apply it where you need it. If it's your head that hurts, put it along your head. If it's, your hand that's burnt, put it on your hand. Wherever you need support, that's where you go. If you're looking for more systematic support, so if you need for sleep, excuse me, or for calming of the nerves, you can stick it in the diffuser. It's great in the diffuser with by itself, or you can use peppermint, lavender and peppermint in the diffuser is really good. Lavender and lemon in the diffuser are really good. Lots of great options with that. Another thing that we use lavender for is, speaking of the lavender and lemon, we use a combination of equal parts of lavender, lemon, and peppermint. All together is super great for seasonal allergies. So coming up in the next month or so, when everything starts blooming, reach for your lavender, lemon, and peppermint, and it's great for supporting seasonal allergies. Ways that I personally use lavender around the house. We diffuse it almost all the time. I use it all the time for bath salts, which I will show you guys how to do in another video. Epsom salt baths with lavender is our go-to, especially with young kiddos when you do baths before bed. Add a little lavender to it to decrease the amount of time it takes for little ones to fall asleep. So super supportive. I also use lavender just for personal emotional benefits. Whenever I'm feeling stressed or tired or anxious, lavender on the temples, on the wrists, over the heart, kind of just decompress and decrease anxiety. So lavender is one of those that you really just cannot go wrong with. So many different applications, so many things you could do with it. Yeah, it's awesome. So if you guys have any questions, any comments, leave them below and I will get back to you and answer those for you. If there's anything else I can do to help you out or any of the other coaches that we can do to support you, feel free to post them in the group and we're here for you. So I hope you enjoyed the video today and I cannot wait to talk to you guys again soon. Thanks guys. Have a great day.